All right, guys. So went to the card show this weekend. We actually went to two. I'm gonna leave it pretty short and sweet, but definitely almost made a huge mistake while I was at that card show. So the Sunday show was pretty quick. It's a show that I've gone to before. They do it Thursday nights at a local VFW right down the street. It's super close to me, like 15 minutes. So I'd love to be able to go to that show. However, first time I went, there was only 5 vendors, and it was super dark. You couldn't even see the cards half the time. You had like a lot of the vendors that you could tell set up there a lot had lights on their tables just to help you actually see. But so not super great with the lighting. Then the second time I went, which was this Saturday, there was only 3 vendors. We had one vendor pricing everything with a Beckett magazine. He was cool. He was willing to work as long as I comp things for him. And he had some cool things like some old mantles, stuff like that actually probably had some, or it had some great value. But he also had no way to do like electronic payments. I didn't bring that much cash with me, so even if I was able to work him, which would have been way down because he was like triple the price of what he should have been on most of the things, and sometimes even crazier than that. But if I was able to work him down to a point that was reasonable for both him and I still don't think that I would have even be able to like pay him. I would have go to the bank or the ATM or something and gotten cash and gone back, which I just wasn't going to do at that point. So pretty big bust on that show. The first show was amazing. There was so many good vendors. It was at another local VFW, probably about 30 minutes away from me, 35 minutes away from me. But there was a lot of good people there. I was able to make like 5-6 deals with different vendors. The last vendor I went with, I made 3 separate deals. I bought 4 cards from his showcase. And then we did what I thought would be like a $5-10 box kind of thing. It was just loaded with, he had no real pricing on it. He just said, pull out what you want and we'll come up with some good pricing. It was just loaded with stuff. Some nice color match stuff, patches. Got a really nice Wemby that you guys are going to see in there. But we went back and forth on the pricing with that for a little bit. I created one stack that he was good with 150, and then I created another stack where he was up closer to like 400 mark. I wanted to knock that down a little bit, and we negotiated a little bit. Agreed at 500, and he also threw in another card to 25. We went back on the Wemby because that got taken out of the deal originally. And he comped it at like $100, $110, and he offered to sell it to me for $80. I asked him, let's do 75, and he just agreed to do 60 because he didn't want 5s, he said. So kind of a weird comp right there, but it worked out for me. I saved an extra $15 than what I was actually asking for, and he went down a whole $20 bill. And I think that comping that we did there was actually way off. I think it's actually more closer to like a $250, $300 card. So super excited for that. Maybe like lower 200s, but I think I made a killer deal on it. But when I was doing the comps with the stacks, I was putting the stacks behind his showcase, and the showcase, just because there's no room on his table, when I set up as a vendor, I generally try to leave like a buying area so people can put down their cases, put down stuff, look at my cards. And if they're looking to sell cards, they can put it down in front of me and I can flip through it. But he didn't really have an area like that. He wasn't looking to buy. So I had a box of cards below my feet. And when I was doing these stacks, I was putting the stacks behind his showcase where he had a tiny little room. So we agreed on everything, made the payment. I grabbed 3 stacks of cards, but I had split one of the stacks in half. So in my head, I grabbed all 3 stacks, but really I left 1 stack behind, and it was the original stack of the 150. So I got home, started filming for you guys and filming for YouTube. I was super excited to kind of show off what I got, and then realized how big of a mistake I made and that I left $150 behind that I spent, but I think a lot more in value. So I was definitely bumming on that, went upstairs and didn't have a way to contact the vendor, didn't have any like Instagram or anything like that. So I emailed the coordinator. The coordinator reached out to me within 5 minutes. And he pretty much said, like, hey, we were looking for you. He reached out to me right away. He came and got me. We tried to find you at the show. We couldn't find you, so he gave it to me in case you contacted me. So he had the stack for me. I had to go make a 40-minute drive to his house to go pick him up right before the games on Sunday. But I was super grateful for the vendor, and I was super grateful for the coordinator to be flexible with me and allow me to go get those cards. He could have definitely just kept them and just said, hey, I didn't see the stack, and moved on, and there's nothing I really could have done about it. Definitely need to build. It's kind of like the story of my life. I'm super unorganized. Everything is, I get distracted. I go from one thing to another. Same thing at that show. So I need to come up with a better system for organizing myself, and especially if I've already made like deals on some of the stuff. I usually bring like a 2-row box. I could have easily put some of this, asked him if he didn't mind if I threw some of the stuff in like a separate sleeve. I'm sure he wouldn't have minded, or at least making sure, like, because he also had his own stacks in the back, so, you know, it wasn't like a bare area. I could have found a better area to put those. So definitely a huge mistake I could have made. It was able to be corrected with only, like, you know, 2 hours of my day, but definitely worth it for the cards. I'm excited to show you guys what we picked up, and this is what we did. All right, guys, so this is everything that I picked up, kind of break down how I did the buys. So this was $160 for these 4 cards. And then I ended up buying from the same vendor these 2 stacks here for $560. But we had Acuna to $199, Travis Hunter at a 10, your Heisman winner. You have Justin Jefferson triple patch out of, I think this is out of 60. Yeah, so out of 60 on that. And Aiden Hutchinson, this is out of 15 on the green prism. So figured the Hunter will probably cover it all, and then Hutchinson should be about like a $75 card, I think. Got this lot. So he had the Skeens out for 20 bucks, and I think that was a pretty good price on the Skeens. I think it's like a $35, $40 card there, and it's actually pretty good condition. I'm probably end up grading it, but decent price on just the Skeens alone. And then the rest of these cards were $5 each. I tried to get him closer to the $3 mark, but he was kind of firm. So we ended up paying probably around 4. You can do out the math, whatever 70 divided by 19 cards is. So a little bit more than what I want to spend. I picked up the McAvoy. This is more for me. Just a player I like. Van Jefferson didn't know his market. Auto out of 25. Figured I'd take a chance on that. Jason Dominguez on the refractor. Bo Bichette Cosmic. Any Cosmic I'm pretty much picking up, and especially if you're going to give me gold for $5 or less. So Castellanos and Blake Snell both picked up. Those were probably some of the better cards in this. Nothing about this. I thought the Aces may have been like in the finals for the women's WNBA. I wasn't sure if rookie. Figured I'd just pick it up. It's hot right now. So Jason Dominguez again. Home field advantage. Jose Altuve. I knew this was probably going to be a win right there. Kessel. This is a rookie out of $2.99. Didn't know much about it. Picked it up. I think that was probably like a $2, $3 card. Probably not a great buy. Seeing here, Cade York. So most kicker autos actually seem to do pretty well. I can tell you Cade York does not do well, so at least not on the threads. So Connor McDavid picked it up, color, why not? Pat Freiermuth. I know this is a short print, the red and black checker. Same thing with a DK on the Dragon scale there. Ovechkin on your die cut. You got Kobe, just like a little insert. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I don't know a ton about all the players, unless you're like a superstar or a better player on other teams other than the Bruins. So numbered, name I knew. Figured I'd pick it up. And then you're going to give me any Phoenix basketball card, numbered to 10. I'm going to pick that up for less than $5. And the box alone is going to be $400 to $500. Figure someone's probably putting together a set of gold that will need that. So I think that's probably like a $15 card based off what I've seen as far as comps go. Pick this. This is the first buy I did. Bunch of Skeens, all Skeens. So Bowman Best Refractor, the Bowman Best product just came out. Pick that up. Then from Best, 2 of the refractors. And then you got the mini diamond refractor there. Cosmic Refractor. Figured high-end box, only 1 auto. You're pretty much looking for the numbered cards and refractors. So probably had some good value. AI. This one I kind of undervalued. I probably put this at like less than a $5 card. But I guess it's a little bit rare, probably like more like $10, $15. The Star Command I actually sold on my way to the show, so I knew that was a $14 card right when I bought it. Best Ballers, and then just some more of the base of the Bowman Best that just came out. So figured it was a little high. It's definitely cooled off a little bit. I sold my Skeens for $9.99. I listed it the first day. Probably dropped down to like $5, $6 card now for the base cards. And then, so I made the $160 deal, first one I showed you. This is $560 for all these cards. And this is where I pretty much think I'm going to make a killing, I personally think, on it. This guy had some crazy stuff compared to what was on his table. There was some like $10, $5 cards on his table, and then you go through his boxes and he has like, you know, $100 cards just sitting there. So we put together some piles. We're able to have some luck. So kind of lower end stuff that I plan on doing on Dip, primarily maybe trying to get Whatnot going. We'll see what we do there. This is the first card I picked up. So I asked what the value he put on this was. He said $5. Rashawn Gary, obviously not a name really known. I think he's a Packer now. But it has Tom Brady on the back. It's a Michigan, like an elite company, Michigan card. You're putting Tom Brady in his Patriots uniform on the card. And going kind of for like the Melendez brothers effect where, you know, because Brady's on it in the background, I'm hoping this card gets a value bump. I mean, I think it's definitely worth more than 5. So put it up on eBay, put it for a crazy price, see what happens. Peyton Manning, both his uniforms for out of 99. We got Baker. I wish this was a couple weeks earlier for the Baker, but $249 rookie Baker. And then Koufax, Evan Carter for the Amber at a $199 from Triple Threads. I thought this was pretty cool. Kachuk. You got the Skills jersey as well as his Pro Panthers jersey there. The Nebula. I know that this is a set people put together. So picked up the Nebula. This is a Charlie Blackmon. It's actually a 101. The 101 thing's right behind this sticker. But the Gold Stadium Club 101 Charlie Blackmon. I had to throw that in there. Any gold auto I'm going to toss in. I don't know what his value was. I think it was lower, like 10, 15 bucks. But there's another one in here that was like a $40 win. And he wasn't really copying them, and I don't think he knew really what they were valued at either. Two Young Guns, Connor Bedard, and Leo Carlson, 2 your young phenoms. Definitely worth picking up there. I wasn't even planning on picking this card up. I did see it on the table, but I'm not looking to pick up Drake May, especially at card shows in Rhode Island. People just overvalue Drake May, I think, and rightfully so, because people around here are going to pay more for it. But he said he was looking for 20 bucks. Someone asked about the price, and he said 20 bucks, and the person walked away. I thought that was kind of interesting with the patch. You see, like, little star from the logo, and they're going for like 35 to 50 bucks. So I threw that in the pile. We got LeBron James on the Disco at a 75. It's probably like a $120 card, $100 card. Didn't know that at the time, but definitely pick up. That's one of the ones I wanted to comp quickly, and that's actually one of the cards I left behind. So I knew that there were 3 cards. There's the Blackmon 101, the Brady 101, and the LeBron were left behind, and those were the 3 that I had sent in the email to kind of remind the guy of like what it was. I think this is a pretty cool card. I wish that this was a little bit bigger and kind of covered some of the back. I get that like it's a silhouette, but it kind of looks weird and it's kind of hard to see. Dallas Goedert, and that's at a 50. I don't know if I said that. Dallas Goedert at a 35. Picked that up from Prism. Ironically enough, Tink Hence out of 10. So in my Bowman Best box opening, or one of them, someone kind of made a comment of it's a shame that I opened up these boxes. But you know, people like me that are learning the hobby, learning the, you know, baseball and prospecting, opening up the boxes for me is how I learn people. So I got his auto, and out of all the autos I got, ever obviously less than the Jackson Merrill, but this is probably the best auto I got. So it's a name that, you know, struck a, obviously it's a ironic or more of a unique name. So it definitely struck a chord with me. I saw number to 10 Bowman. I just had to grab it. So I don't think the vendor valued that at all. It's probably like an $80 card. So definitely happy about that. Verlander, just at a $199, nothing crazy there. This one I think is a $40 card. Once again, I don't think he was valuing it at anything. Jamal Murray, this is at a 35. So Obsidian at a 35. Patch jersey. Lamar Jackson, this is at a 99 on the silver. We got Luka out of 199 optic. And then 2 of the Nikita Lions, the 75 on the base, and then at a 99 on the auto. Immaculate WWE. I figure pick it up. It's just definitely something I want to learn. I was reading something like the WWE's like growth has been outrageous. So, you know, definitely want to know at least who the people are and try to keep some track on it. Not necessarily something I want to follow, but know a little bit to be dangerous would be good. 199 Von Miller. Got Aaron Rodgers at a 25. LeBron at a 99 on the Mosaic. We got Dion at a 75. Another Steph Curry. One of the AI Jackson Holiday. Shohei at a 2023. Keontae George on your Fast Break Disco. John Travolta. This is number to 8. Little Pop Century auto. We got Jordan Love at a 49 on your Donruss Clearly. You got Jackson Smith-Njigba. He had a great season this year. Kind of really broke out, I think, later in the season too. So definitely something I might hold on to for going into the next year. Harris, I called this Van Gogh at the card show, but it turns out it's just Starry Night. Makes sense, you know, being one of his works of arts. Third 101 that I was able to pick up in this lot. We got the Mike Trout. This is out of 199. I didn't really pay attention to the black at the time, but looking back at it, it is numbered. Tyler Soderstrom on your home field advantage. Just a couple of lower end Lucas. This one I wasn't sure if it was like a case hit or something. Kaleidoscope. I know football, I think Kaleidoscope's a case hit in a big card, but the Luka really wasn't worth anything. Then you have the Shador, first Bowman, and then just another early risers. Nothing crazy there. Jaw out of 49. It's a card I might hold on to for a season, see if he can kind of bounce back a little bit. I don't know. I have a lot of Jaws that I've been holding on to, but out of 49, rookie, had to pick it up. Cal Ripken Jr. out of 299. Kyle Teal, I know, big prospect for the Red Sox, out of 499. Out of 199, Peyton, G.G. Jackson. Your Kawhi on your patch. Jalen Hurts on your rookie. Another Vector with Shea Gilgeous. Randy Johnson, the unit, out of 199 there. It's more of a kind of me kind of card there. Charlotte Flair, this is out of 25 for one of the metal cards. Pretty cool looking card. This kind of got our deal done, so we kind of got stuck a little bit. He gave me one stack, and we came up with 150. So I created another stack that I thought was pretty comparable. So I was expecting it to be like maybe 200 because it was a little bit bigger. But he hit me with $350 or $375. And we went back and forth a little bit. I wanted to be closer to like the low fours. We talked about this Wemby. It's a $100 card. We looked at the comps at the show. He offered it to me for, I think it was $80. I told him like, maybe I'll do 75 on it. It looked like it would sell for maybe 100, 120. And then he said, how about 60? So he dropped himself down $15 because he said he didn't like fives. So it worked out for me. We got this for $60. And then we couldn't quite finish it, so he added the Scoot Henderson in as well. Probably a $25 card, he said. Believed him on his comps, so I wasn't going to check it. He had been pretty fair with me throughout the whole process. So that's what finally got us over the hump. We went to 560 with the Wemby in there and got the deal closed. Luke on the color match, 249. I haven't looked that one up. I'm excited to see kind of what that does with the color match. Holland, once again, this is kind of like the Dibdick kind of cards, like the Steph Curry. Cards though that I'm just looking to kind of big names, people that will be excited to buy it, and I'm just throwing it in just to kind of build up that inventory. Buster Posey, this is a me card all day, one of my favorite people growing up. So to watch and kind of follow his career. Obviously he was in San Fran, other side of the country. I was a little younger, so it's not like I was watching his games all that much, but the highlights, that kind of stuff on SportsCenter. New Waves Juju, so know the name, picked it up. And then Jada Williams, I wasn't sure if I knew this person, but out of 50, it was a buy for me. Got Paul Pierce out of 99, Justin Herbert out of 299, just a sick-looking card with, just love the white gold and matches the Chargers uniform pretty well. LeBron, haven't looked this one up yet, but Blast Furnace, I know the Sky, I'm not really a huge fan of the Skybox metal. I think it's cool retro look to some of the cards, you know, I had growing up. I didn't collect them a ton. I bought like the cheap stuff, like the 80s cards, because I wanted more cards than better cards. I think it drove my dad nuts. But so it's not a super nostalgic set for me, and I know that has been, I don't know if that what the hits are in there from the reprints. So Leclerc at a 299, one of the better drivers, obviously picking up numbered cards. These two Tuas, he definitely valued. Like when we were going back and forth on the price, because I was a little sticker shocked. I probably shouldn't have even been sticker shocked, because he did give me a good deal, I think. But I was a little sticker shocked at it, and we were going through, and he's like, well, showing me these two Tuas, like, these are big cards. And I was in my head like, I don't know, it's probably like a $20 card, and maybe 15 would be my guess. And I think he kind of valued them at like $50 each. So you can kind of see where some of the things he was off, but like the Bowman stuff, I think he was off the other direction. So kind of worked out. Bedard on your glossy. We had a couple Currys that were really for the divot and maybe trying out some whatnot. 149 for Kyrie. And then finish off with the CMC out of 99. So that's everything we picked up. All right, guys. So that's everything that we picked up. Super excited about those pickups. Once again, it's kind of flipping me from that low end to that mid end. That's really where I want to be for this year, and really start to learn a little bit more higher end cards as I kind of get some opportunities for that as well. But we ended last video at $3,393.93. We had expenses. We had $1 at that one card show, and then $9.33 at the other, so $934 in expenses. That brings us down to $2,459.93 so far through the month of January. We pretty much have one more week left. We should be averaging about $4,166.67. So that means I'd have to have $1,706.74 in sales in this upcoming week to hit my goal. For the month of January, February, March, like I really don't expect to quite hit my goal, but being close to it and having it kind of like in my grasp is definitely exciting. As I flip my inventory and get hopefully bigger profit margins, 10 more shows this year. I haven't even done any PSA orders. I really need to focus on that too. I've been looking through some of these orders, looking at opportunities, but I just really haven't had any chance. You know, the last vendor even said he grades a lot. So I kind of knew I was going to get stuff that wasn't gradable, wasn't going to get, you know, especially for my standard where it wasn't going to like have that almost slam dunk chance at a 10. There are a couple cards I might send off. I've had success with it before, so I kind of just need to do it. PSA has a pretty good deal going on through the end of January, so I'll see if I can throw some stuff together, at least get 15, 20 cards out. I don't even know what the minimum, maybe it's 20 cards you have to get together. So get a minimum order out. I'm going to see if I can get that done in the next couple days. If not, I'm definitely going to find a way to get something out in February. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys can give us a follow and any likes, definitely helps this channel grow. We greatly appreciate you guys. Have a great day.